Hello everyone. Today I'm going to walk you through how you can download and look at the state of New Jersey's riparian claims or Tidelands claims maps. That will enable you to see if the state may have a claim on your property or perhaps on a property that's of interest to you. In order to view those maps, you need a Geographic Information System application that will display those maps. And rather than spend thousands of dollars on a application, we're going to use QGIS, which is a free and open source Geographic Information System application. It's got quite a bit of history, a lot of capabilities, way beyond what we need. But it should make our job of viewing these maps pretty simple. You can download it from QGIS.org, as shown here in this web page. You just click download. It's available for Windows, Mac, Linux, and I guess mobile devices. I installed it on Macintosh. One of the issues with installing a Macintosh is the Mac security settings by default don't allow you to run downloaded software, but you can override those, and Apple has a note on its web page of how to do that. So I'm not going to go through how to install QGIS. You can follow the directions here. If you have issues, you can look at Apple's website or you can post them to my Facebook page and I'll try to answer them. There is a QGIS Basics for Journalists page that I happened to stumble across. You might find some information there that's of interest to you, but I'm going to walk you through the basics because we probably don't even need to know half of what these people posted. In order to look at the maps, the first thing we're going to have to do is actually download the maps, and the New Jersey has them posted here. So if you go to this newjersey.gov site and look at it, you can select the region that you want to download. For what we're going to do, we're going to look at the Atlantic South region because we want to look at Cape May County. And you would go select that and then you click this download button. I've already downloaded the zip file. I have it in a folder here. So this altsouth.zip is what I've downloaded from that site. The other thing we're going to need or want is Cape May County has parcel maps. Basically, parcel maps show you the boundaries of all the properties. And you can download them here at IMS Cape May County, New Jersey.gov. You click on downloads, and then the parcels are over here. You click on download, and you will end up with the CMC parcels.zip file, which is what we need. You could look at the roads or the addresses, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just trying to do the very basic minimal that you would need to do to look at these Tidelands maps to determine whether you have a claim on a property. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to unzip these files because we need them unzipped. And so basically on a Mac, you just use the archive utility and it unzips the files into a folder. Same thing with this Cape May County zip file. Unzips that into a folder. Next thing I'm going to do is start up my QGIS application. Again, I've had it installed already. I'm using version 3.14. It's coming up here shortly. Okay, and now that we have that up, we're going to create a new project by just going project new. We've got a new project. The first thing we really need to do, and it's quite important, is to change what we call the transformation. At least that's what I call it. And basically, it tells you how you project a round Earth onto a flat map. By default, it's this EPSG 4326, which is also called WGS 84. That's what a lot of programs use, but the state of New Jersey in their maps does not use that. So we need to double click on that. and that comes up here. And what we're going to search for is what the state of New Jersey uses, which is NAD 83, New Jersey, foot US, EPSG 3424. Now, when you first bring yours up, you're not going to see that. You're going to have to, the best way to do it is to search for that 3424 by putting it in the filter. It'll go through here and it'll come up in here. You can double click on it and then you're good. So once you select what you want, there is the 3424. Once you select it, you click OK. Now it shows up down here in the bottom right hand corner. Okay, now that we've gotten that, we want to put our maps onto this project. So we're going to basically come into here, and there's a shapefile .shp in this Tidelands folder that we downloaded. So we're going to take that, and we're going to drop that, drag it and drop it onto our application. And then we're going to do the same thing for the parcels. There's another shapefile in here. We're going to drag that over top. Okay, so now we've gotten our maps, and they're overlaid here, as you can see. You can actually turn on and off each layer if you want. But what we want to do is we want to come in here and look at the parcel layer, right? And we want to look at the fill. So we're going to want to select our fill. And what we want to do is change the, if we click up here, we can change the opacity, I guess that's height, to about 50% roughly. And then the color, if you click on the color, you can actually change the opacity of the fill to be 0. And if you apply that, then all you have is actually the outlines of the parcels, which is really all you need. All right. So now we've got the parcels there that we can put over top of the Tidelands claim map, which is there. There is one more map that's of interest to us, and that's actually by default, it's already included here, and that's this OpenStreetMap. So if you go to this XYZ tiles in the left panel and you open it, you'll see this OpenStreetMap. So if we want to add that to our project, we just drag it down here. And it's going to ask you for a transformation. You just want this default one, which is 0, 0, 0. You click OK. And now what you're seeing is that layer is actually on top of both of those layers, and it's opaque, so you don't see the ones underneath. But that's okay, because what we want to do is we want to actually look at that map and go to where we're interested in. So here, if you look, I'm interested in Ocean City. Okay, and I'm thinking that this is 9th Street coming in, but I'm thinking maybe we'll look around where the library is, right, which is around 17th Street, I believe. Okay, so if we're looking around 17th Street, I think that's the library right there. There's lots of Tidelands throughout Ocean City. But let's just say the library's there and we're interested in something, I don't know, somewhere out here. We can now just turn off that OpenStreetMap, and you still can kind of figure out which streets there are. You can see the parcels here, and now you can see this Tidelands claims underneath those parcels. And so you can easily see, you know, how much of a claim there might be on your land. Again, this, you know, no warranties, but this should be good enough for you to see, like, this claim, this property here, and again, this is just random. I'm not particularly picking on anybody's property, has only a little bit. These have none, but your neighbor, you know, right next door could have something like this, where most of their property the state claims ownership of. So anyway, that's kind of how it works. Now, I will tell you one other thing. If you if you go back to this folder, if you create a map yourself, you're supposed to put a disclaimer in it. And if you click on, I think it's the XML file, maybe it's HTML file. Let's see what shows up. It's kind of hard to see in here, but maybe it's easier to see here in the XML. There's a disclaimer that they want you to put on any map that you produce, and it's like here. Data provided, blah, blah, blah. Oh, here, under terms of agreement, says that, let's see, you need to put this map publication report was developed using their stuff, but it's a secondary product. So you need just to basically cut and paste this onto your map if you produce a map. So I hope this has been helpful. If you do, please like this posting, and I'll see you again sometime. Thanks. Bye.